Regardless of what trade you're in, there's one thing you can't do without, and that's light. Now, we've got an exciting video today. It's all about lighting, specifically LED lighting for the mechanic. We've got more than 16 lights here we're going to dive into in just a moment. I'm Tim Johnson. You're watching Shop Tool Reviews. Now, there's no doubt about it when it comes to LED lighting, and specifically cordless LED lighting, or at least hybrid cordless LED lighting, meaning may run off a battery and a cord, Milwaukee probably has the widest range of lights out there. And specifically looking for the mechanic, and yes, a lot of these lights will cross over in other trades as well, but I really wanted to do a video specific for the mechanic. What type of lighting is the best for mechanics? And we've rounded out to 16 different lights here. So let's get started. We'll talk about all the features in this, and we'll talk about the specifics on what they're best at or where they can be used. And then I'm going to give you my top three. So at the end, I'm going to give you my top three choices of all these lights here. So, you know, if you say, Tim, I can't afford to buy all those, listen, we get it. I'm going to give you my top three choices, maybe a couple of alternates as well. And also, we're going to break these down into three categories. We're going to start with personal lighting, so kind of like on-person lighting, flashlights, headlamps, that sort of thing. Then we're going to move into like job-specific lighting, or more, you know, task-specific lighting. And then we'll move into the larger kind of job site lighting as well. So we're going to break it up into three different categories. Let's get started. And oh, by the way, we will have links to each one of these lights. If you have any questions, there'll be links to all of these in the descriptions. And then also let us know in the comments if you have any questions about any of these. Okay, let's get started with personal lighting, and really the majority of the lights. This segment actually has the most, and I just wanted to give you kind of a relation in size as to these different, you know, from the pen laser to the Rover light, even the pivoting light, and then the everyday carries as well. Again, to see them side by side gives you a little more understanding of their size. And this is just over 6 inches, so really the tallest one is still under 6¼ inches, and it seems that this Rover light and this pivoting Rover and these everyday carries are right in that 6 inch, a little bit less than 6 inches. The Penlight's a little over 6 inches, and then this little guy here is quite a bit shorter at probably somewhere around 5 inches. No, 4¼ So 4¼ inches, and it's magnetic, as you can see there. But again, just wanted to give you kind of an understanding of the size we're dealing with when we're talking about these personal lighting choices. So let's dig into each one of them. This is the rechargeable 250 lumen Penlight with laser. Now obviously we get an LED with 250 lumen output, but we also get two power modes. So we have a simple power button here on the back of the light. So press it once, you're in low or high, press it again, and you're in low. So there's low, there's high, there's low, there's high. So toggle it on and off to go to the next setting. So you get two different light modes there, and then we also get a laser, so button right there near the lens we can push, and then we get the laser as well. We get a clip here, so this metal clip that can be removed, but you can use that for putting it in your pocket or sticking it on the side of a drawer or wherever you want to hold that. And you're going to get a runtime of 2 hours on high. So if you have this on high, it's going to run for 2 hours, and on low, it's going to run for up to 9 hours. And you can simply recharge this with the onboard battery there. And by the way, there's the status lamp that tells you the status that I'm charged. And right here, open this up, and we can use our USB charger to charge that light. Now you can get this light for $50, $49.97, and that comes with the light and a charging cable as well. And you also get a 2-year warranty with the light. Next up, we have the rechargeable 500 lumen everyday carry flashlight with magnet. Now you see how small this guy is. I can easily almost conceal it in my hand. Just a great little flashlight. Magnetic base there, so you can actually stick this on a wall or on a beam or on a hood and give yourself some lighting if you need to. Again, we're going to get 500 lumens of true view, high definition output lighting, and it's small enough to also clip onto your hat. And that's a cool thing about this. It's got a reversing clip. So you can use this side of the clip, or you can clip it on there, clip it on the bill of your hat, and now you've got a 500 lumen flashlight sticking off the front of your hat. We also get that LED light there telling us the charge status on this as well. And then if we hold the button down, that'll shift into 3 different lighting modes, from 500 lumens to medium is 100 lumens, and low is just 10 lumens. You're going to get 40 hours of runtime on low. You're going to get 16 hours on medium and 3.5 hours runtime on high. So still 3.5 hours runtime on high. Pretty impressive on such a small light. As with the other one, we can open this up and actually charge with a USB cable that's also included with the light. So you get that light for $49.97, so 50 bucks. 2-year warranty on this, and again, you're going to get the charging cable and the light. And this one is also 4mm drop rated. So if you drop this thing off the ladder or throw it off your vehicle or get mad or whatever, it's still going to hold up and work just fine. So 4mm or 4 meter drop tested, as well as IP67 rated for water and dust proof. This is the REDLITHIUM USB 800 lumen compact flashlight. So you're going to get 800 lumens of true view high definition output. Model number is the 2160, and this is the -21, which means it comes with the battery and the charging cable. You get what they call the bullseye beam, which actually kind of has, as you can see in the center here, it has more of a kind of a spotlight, and then also surrounding with floodlighting as well. You're also going to get a high and a low on this. So we can hold our button down and go from high to low. And high is going to give you 800 lumens and run for 2.5 hours. And low is going to give you 100 lumens and run for 11 hours. Now on this one, the status light actually shows you around the ring, and that shows you the charge status. So it's going to show you the charge status both when you have it off the charger and on the charger. So it's going to shift from green to yellow and then to red when it's almost dead. So green's going to mean that basically you're fully charged. So nice LED status indicator there. And then here on, rather than having a flap, we can actually turn this window here, turn that dot to the USB mark, and that's where we charge our flashlight. Now this has a 150 meter beam distance, so pretty stout for such a small light. And it's also 4 meter drop rated and IP67 rated for water and dust proof as well. Even though it's a little bit stouter of a light, still made to fit in your pocket if you need to. You have a clip on there, so you have the metal clip that, again, you can remove if you want to, but that's going to help you retain it on your pocket or in your tool bag or wherever you want to keep this. Pricing on this is $69.97, and it comes with the onboard, by the way, if I can take this out, this is the new USB 3.0 lithium battery. So USB 3.0 is going to give you a lot of runtime on this light, even though we're getting tons of light output. It's also going to go in there a specific way, and you get an O-ring on there that's keeping you water and dust tight. So the battery, the light, and the charger, $69.97, and that has a lifetime warranty on the LED and the flashlight. And this is the REDLITHIUM USB 1100 lumen twist focus flashlight. So a little bit bigger brother than the 800 that we just looked at, but also you're going to get the ability to twist to focus this. So you can see as I twist, it kind of goes out, and that's going to change the focus of the light. We get the same type of ring right here where we can turn it to access our USB port to recharge it. Same USB 3.0 battery. And then we're going to get 3 different light settings here. So we get the LED status ring as well. So it's green. And then I can turn it on, turn it off with the power button, or I can hold. There's high. In high, we're going to get 1100 lumens and 1.75 hours of runtime. In medium, we're going to get 600 lumens and 4.5 hours of runtime. And in low, we're going to get 14 hours of runtime, and that's 100 lumens of light with 14 hours of runtime. That's pretty impressive. And again, just like the others, It is 4-meter rated, drop tested, as well as IP67 rated for water and dust proof. We get 175 meter beam distance on this. So in high, this thing's going to stretch out to 175 meters, and you can see my directional, or going from my spot to my flood, by just twisting the focus this light. So we're going to narrow that down and get 175 meters out there. That's very impressive. And just like the other, we get a belt clip on here or a metal clip on here, so we can clip onto our tool bag or clip onto our pants or shorts or wherever you need to clip that to. Pricing on this guy is $79.97. Again, you're going to get the light, the battery inside it, as well as a USB cable, and you're going to get a 2-year warranty on that. This is the USB REDLITHIUM pivoting flashlight. Now you can see, looks much like a flashlight, and I can take and push this with my thumb. So I can hold it kind of pistol style, or I can pull that back up here and hold it flashlight style. Now we're getting 500 lumens of TrueView HD light, and we get that 110 degree pivoting head. So you can see it's way past 90, or a good ways past 90 anyway. So we get 120 degrees pivot there. And again, we can put it wherever we want to that's the most comfortable to direct that light. Now we also get a magnetic base here, so we can stick that against the a beam, or again, maybe underneath a hood or on a frame, or wherever we need to kind of hold that in place with any ferrous metal, as well as we have a big metal clip here, and we can also hold it like a flashlight. This is IP54 rated for water and dust resistant. And we get a fuel gauge here on the side. You can see when I turn it on, I get the green LED indicator there. And that's the same place where we'll also charge it with a USB cable to quickly charge that battery. And you'll see also that it will change between spot and flood. So I have a power button. I also have a mode button, so I can go to power it on, go to the mode button, and shift from high to low in flood, and then I'll also get a spotlight. So on spotlight high mode, that's going to give me 500 lumens and 3.5 hours of runtime. And if I hit the mode button, I'm going to shift to my flood high mode at 400 lumens and 3.5 hours of runtime, and then go to flood low at 100 lumens and get 12 hours of runtime. Now this kit includes the charging cable, the battery that's on board this, which is the USB 3.0, and the light for $79.97 and a 2-year warranty. Next up is the 450 lumen headlamp, and specifically 450 lumen rechargeable magnetic headlamp and task light. So we get a couple of different light functions on here. Also, there's a magnetic base, so even though it's on my strap, I can pull that off, and then I can easily put that back on there. So if it's on my head, I can easily take that off and put it back on. I say easily, but that magnet works really well to hold that on there, and it's not going to shake off. And we can also pivot it. So if we have it on our head, strapped to our head, we can easily pivot this. We also get some microfiber here that's going to bode well for our sweaty foreheads, to absorb some of that moisture and to keep that light in place. And this same light also attaches to their hard hats as well, which it comes with clips. You can put it on with clips. They also have some of their hard hats that make it very easy to make these headlamps more portable. And you can see it's there on the headlamp, and again, I could pull it right off, or on the hard hat I could easily pull it off because of the magnetic base and put it back on. And then we have a couple of buttons on here. So we have a power button, and then we have a mode button. So our mode is going to shift between the different modes on here, and power button is just going to turn on and off. Just like the others, the 450 lumens is going to be TrueView high definition lighting. So we're getting true white light, or true kind of sunlight, if you will, not some funky blue color and not some really warm orange color either. So we're getting true lighting, and in hybrid spot and flood mode. So you'll see here, if I go to where it turns both of those on, or that really blushes out the camera. Anyway, so where both of the lights are on, that's going to give us that 450 lumens. And then if we just go to the spot mode, so if we just go to the spot mode on high, That's going to give us 250 lumens for 4 hours. The spot and flood mode is going to give us just 2.5 hours of runtime at 450 lumens. And then the spot low is going to give us 50 lumens for 8 hours. And then in the flood high mode, you're going to get 250 lumens for 4 hours. And in the low mode, you're going to get 50 lumens for 14 hours. This is also 2 meter drop rated. So no problem with impacts, falling off the ladder or throwing this around or what have you, it's still going to work. And when you have it on the strap here, you get 5 different like kind of detent positions. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or as I mentioned, you can also take that off, wear it on your head or wear it on a hard hat. Now price on this is $49.97. It's going to include the light as well as the USB charging cable. This is the Rover USB Pocket Floodlight Kit. So you've got an onboard USB 3.0 battery and it charges with a USB cable. We also get 445 lumens of TrueView HD light. We have a belt clip or a clip back here on the back. We also have a magnetic base right here where it can stick against anything ferrous metal, and a magnetic base right here. So you can stick it this way or you can stick it this way. And you also get 2 different light output modes at 445 lumens. So on high, it's going to have 2.5 hours of runtime. And on low, it's going to have 100 lumens and 13 hours of runtime. Now we have a fuel gauge here on the side of the light. When we turn the light on, gives us a green, yellow, or red signal, and that tells us, the green signal tells us we are charged. When you plug the USB cable in there, you'll get the same thing, the same status light will show you as when you turn the light on as well. Now this will charge up to 50% in under 30 minutes, and you'll get a full charge in just 2 hours. Now this is the light that we've had around the shop for years now, and it actually took a ride in our family SUV for like 3 months because we were, I think, doing a brake job. It got stuck in the wheel well or somewhere on the frame, and 3 months later doing an oil change, wow, we found the light that we had lost. So magnet held it very well, and it still works very good today. Price on this is $59.97 and comes with the onboard battery that's in here as well as the USB cable, and that has a 2-year warranty. This is also part of the Rover family. So this is the Rover REDLITHIUM USB pivoting light kit, and we get 550 lumens of TrueView HD light. Model number is the 2114-21. And it folds up very compact. You can almost stick that in your pocket, or arguably you could stick that in your pocket. Definitely stick it in a tool pocket. But you also get a magnetic base. So you see the magnets here, so it's going to stick to anything ferrous metal. And it also has like a carabiner clip, so you can clip that onto your tool bag, or you can clip that onto wherever you need to hold the light. And the USB REDLITHIUM battery sticks right in there. You can take this off and pull that battery out right there. So if you wanted to, you could swap batteries out if you needed to, but that's where that battery stays. And you can just plug the USB cable right there into the port on the back. Again, we get a status light right there, so when we turn the light on, we'll see the green status. And if it were lower, you know, in the mid-range, it would show yellow, and then obviously red if it were almost dead. So also, you're going to get that when you have the cable plugged in there as well. Now, we get 3 different settings on this. So we go from 550 lumens, where we get 2.25 hours, and then medium is going to give us 250 lumens, and low is going to give us 100 lumens. Now, medium's giving us 5.5 hours runtime, and on low, on this 100 lumens, we get 13 hours of runtime on this USB lithium battery. This is a very handy light. And this is one that actually took an oil bath when we did an oil change one time, and went to the bottom of the burning hot oil bucket. We had a nice Instagram post of fishing it out with some needle nose pliers, and everything's still working. In fact, I could probably dig that out, and there's probably some oil residue still in the battery compartment, but still works today. This is a great handy little pivoting light. Price on this is $59.97, and you're going to get a 2-year warranty with this. And this is the M12 underhood light, and this guy has been around a long time. Not this specific one, this is a newer one, but we've had one of these around the shop for several years now, and just an excellent underhood light. Easy to use. You have a power button that turns it on, power button turns it off. You get a status light right there. It tells you the charge status of the light when you turn it on or turn it off. And then you have a mode button, and that mode button is just going to cycle between high and low. So you have high at 1350 lumens, and then you have low. It goes up to 78 inches wide. So it spans across the biggest trucks and SUVs. Now I don't know about heavy trucks, but any of your light duty, medium duty trucks going to have no problem spanning across the hood. I've even seen detailers use these on the interior of cars, open the doors up and span this across basically the ceiling or the roof. And you get these protective hooks here. So you have stainless hooks that are covered in this kind of rubber overmolding here that protects the paint. And then you get an easy to use light that can also be pulled off of this aluminum track here. So you get a very stable aluminum spring loaded track, and then you can also pull this off and use it as a lightsaber or whatever you need. And you even have a hook here where you can hang this light as well. I don't think I've ever used that, but as far as an underhood light, just a great light. Model number is the 2125. Price on that is $199 as a bare tool, and it's a 5-year warranty. This is the M12 LED Underbody Light. Model number is the 2126, and really strong magnetic base here. So the idea for this is when a car is raised up on the lift, you can either put these on the lift arms, you can put it on the frame of the car, a cross member of the car, any of the metal down there, and I'm telling you, very strong magnet's going to hold that. And then you get the pivoting action here on the arm as well as the pivoting action on the head. So really kind of turn this wherever you want to. You get a power button and a mode button here. So on off with the power button, charge status there on the M12 battery, and then our mode button is going to switch us between high, medium, and low, up to 1200 lumens of TrueView HD lighting, up to 15 hours of runtime on low and 5 hours of runtime on high using a 4 amp hour M12 battery. This light here is a one-of-a-kind. First one we've ever seen like it. Milwaukee released it this year, and this can easily be used under the hood as well. Very strong magnet's going to hold it on the hood. $179 as a bare tool, and you get a 5-year warranty. Now this is a very specific light. This is not just a flashlight, so don't think of it as such, but your painters and detailers are going to know what this is, or at least the idea of what type of light this is. And one thing about this light, or a couple of things about this light, number one is we have different temperature settings as well as mode settings. So we get a 98 plus CRI rating. What's that mean? That means color rendering index. That means that our light is pure and true. And we also have different Kelvin settings or warmth settings. So with this button here, you can switch from 6500 and then go down to 2700. So you see how orange and warm that is, and up to 3500, 4500, and 5500, and then go up to 6500. That's going to give you that wider, even getting into that blue hue at 6500, but that 5500 giving you that true kind of sunshine effect so that you can find imperfections, swirls, things like that in a paint job, and actually see when you're inside what it's going to look like when you get it out in the sun. So this is the Color Match LED paint and detailing light. The model number is the 2127-20, and it's 1,000 lumens. And again, we get those different colors as well. You will get up to 6 hours of runtime on high with a 4 amp hour battery on this light. So plenty of runtime, pretty much all day use on that. And you get a strong magnet here on the back for storage. Put it on a steel beam or wherever you want to put it. And this is an excellent choice for that pro detailer or for that car painter that you know. And 5-year warranty on this and $199 as a bare tool. This is a great little light. This is the Rover M12 service and repair floodlight with USB charger. Model number is the 2367. Obviously runs on the M12 12-volt platform. 700 lumens of TrueView HD light and up to 24 hours of runtime on a 4 amp hour battery if you're in low. So By pushing the power button, we cycle between low and high. So on high, we're going to get that 700 lumens of HD lighting. And then on low, that's where we're going to get that 24 hours of runtime on this 4 amp hour battery. We also get, pretty cool on this little light here, we actually have a USB port as well, where we can actually charge our cell phone if we want to from that 12 volt battery. So this little top right there pops off, and then we can access a USB port and be able to charge right there from that USB port from this little light. So pretty unique little light. You get the 110 degree pivoting action. It's IP54 dust and water resistant. And you also get a keyhole back here as well as a magnet, so you can stick this on any ferrous metal, as well as you got a keyhole there to hang on any screw or nail or what have you. 5-year warranty and $69 as a bare tool. So yet another light in the Rover family. This is the Rover M18 LED mounting floodlight, and we get 1,500 lumens of TrueView HD lighting. That means we get that nice crisp daylight style light. It's not too blue where it's too cold. It's not too yellow or orange where it's too warm. Just get true lighting here. We get powerful magnets here on the bottom that will hold this into place if we wanted to mount this underneath a vehicle or on a car lift or what have you. Or it's got a nice wide base if you just want to set it on the ground. It's also got a spring-loaded clamp in here if we wanted to clamp it onto a ceiling joist or a rafter or some type of 2x material. We can do it that way. Or like I said, use the magnets. Runs on the M18 18 volt platform. As I mentioned, we get 1,500 lumens. And then the mode button is going to cycle through 3 different settings from high to medium to low. And we get up to 20 hours of runtime on this from a 5.0 battery. And in addition to having a nice wide base and magnets on the bottom, we can also set this up this way. We can pivot this light up. We can also pivot this almost a full 360 degrees to get that light in whatever direction we want to, even with this base being stationary. So we get 180 degrees there, and then we get a full 360 degrees pivot in the head. This is IP54 rated. It's $119 as a bare tool and a limited lifetime LED warranty. This is something very new from Milwaukee as well. It's their PACKOUT light and charger. So it's part of their PACKOUT system. So you see kind of the Lego-esque locking feature up here. So if we had a set of tools, like these ratchets and sockets, lock those into place. And the same thing with the bottom here. It will lock in to the other PACKOUT boxes as well. Now, obviously, this is a light. That's why it's on our light show. And you'll see here we get 3 different panels that raise up here, and we can turn each one of these on, or we can turn them all on, and they all pivot here, so we can aim the light where we need to. And then also from here, we can turn the power button on and turn all 3 panels on, hit the mode button. That turns the outside panels on, so now we got the center. Hit the mode button again, we get the outsides. Now, model number on this is the 2357. You get up to 3,000 lumens, again, of TrueView HD light. We get 31 hours of runtime on a 5 amp hour battery. Of course, that would be on low with just one of the panels on. And you get a USB out as well. So let me turn this off, and when I open this up, we will see this is where the battery goes. So there's the M18 battery. So that's powering the light. And then on the other side we have another door here. And this is where we have a USB out right there. So we can plug USB in there and stick our phone in there or whatever we want protected. We also get a rubber seal here that should protect this from any dust or little bit of water intrusion. And then this door here, we can plug this in AC as well. So we can plug in a 120 volt extension cord and be able to power it that way also. And that's going to charge the M18 battery as well as activate the USB port. And the USB port will also activate off of the M18 battery. So whether you're running it on AC or DC, you'll get that charging capability on the USB. Now, price on this is $199 as a bare tool, and you get a 5-year warranty on this also. Now, this is a great light for outside work, mobile mechanics, be a part again of the PACKOUT system, to clamp this on your system and roll this around wherever you need it. Now we have the two Rocket tower lights. One is the M12, one is the M18. This is the Rocket M12 dual power tower light. Now it's dual power because we can run it off the M12 battery, as you see right here. We can also plug it in to a 120 volt plug right there as well. I can show you there. So very easy to set this light up. I mean, either one of these you can set up very quickly, but the M12, literally, you have these two tangs right here. I can squeeze that. That puts the feet down, set it down, raise this up, and in a few seconds, you're ready to roll. Push the power button, and now you're rolling. So we get up to 1400 lumens on high. Hit the power button again and go to low. So we cycle from high to low to off. And again, high is going to give us 1400 lumens, and we can collapse all the way down to 31 inches. And just as easy as we set it up, pull this down, pull this up, and we're ready to go. Price on this is $149 as a bare tool, and you get a 5-year warranty. This is the M18 dual power rocket light, just like its little brother. We can run this on 120 volt extension cord, or we can run it on the M18 battery, where that one runs on the M12 or 12 volt. This runs on the 18 volt M18, or we could plug it in to an extension cord. We also can open this in 2 stages. We can go from 4 feet up to 7 feet just by flipping these levers and raising this light up. And you see we get a nice protection here. When the light goes back in, it's going to protect that during transportation or when you're stowing it away. But we can raise that up, and we can also lower it down. We get some pivot side to side as well as forward and back as well. So you can really position this wherever you need to. And a simple power button right here is going to cycle between 2500 lumens of light and 1100. So we get 3 different settings here. Get 2500, 1100, and 700. Up to 12 hours runtime on a 5 amp hour battery. Of course, that would be in low at 700 lumens. This is a great light for outside work, and you get a 5-year warranty, and price is $229 for the bare tool. I hope that we were able to enlighten you on our choices from Milwaukee for their LED lighting. Yeah, that was pretty cheesy, but anyway, so here's my top 3 choices. If I had to choose out of 3 of these lights to get started with, I would have to choose 2 of these have been around our shop for a long time. The underhood light, for sure. That's just a great light. It's one of the best LED underhood lights that we've ever used. The framing's great. The actual light output is great. It's just a very handy light. Also, the pivoting Rover light. This is another great one. You can use the magnet to stick it up to something, whether you're under a frame or on the car lift or under a hood, or just holding it and pivoting the light, whatever you need to do. Very handy. It's not real small like a flashlight, still gives you a broad perspective, but that's another handy one. And then the other one would have to be the new underbody light. This thing is just crazy good for underneath a car when you've got a car or a truck on a high lift or on a car lift. This thing just works very handy because you can position it, and you've also got a magnetic strip on there. It's just a great idea for a light. So, and then my other 2 choices would be this little Rover here that as I mentioned, took a bath in the oil pan when we did an oil change, and it still worked absolutely fine. This is actually a new one. I've got the old one somewhere around here. And then the other one would be this guy here, which could probably be replaced with this pivoting head. So, boy, now I'm giving you 6. I'm all over the place. Anyway, so you know my top 3. Then my alternates would be these 3 here. So that's my choices. Let us know what you think in the description. Also, follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and now TikTok as well. And hey, would you hit the like and subscribe button if you haven't done so already? And by all means, if you hated our video, then let us know in the comments why. Have a great day and keep smiling.